They called him the King of Inventors, the Wizard of Menlo Park, the American Magician. Henry Ford, who was not an easy man to impress, once said that this man had done more toward abolishing poverty than have all the reformers and statesmen since the beginning of the world. He was, of course, Thomas Alva Edison, and more than any other single individual, he created, invented modern life. He gave us electric light, the phonograph, the dictation machine, motion pictures. Even some of the first steps in semiconductors and electronics all began in his always active mind. This self-taught, partially deaf holder of 1,093 patents became one of the most famous figures of his time. In the U.S., he was awarded the Congressional Medal. In France, he was appointed a commander of the Legion of Honor. He received nearly every award that a grateful world could give. And right up to the end of his long life in 1931, at the age of 84, he continued his quest for innovation. His last words were, "It is very beautiful over there." Perhaps once more, he was looking into the future. But Edison gave us more than just great inventions. He also created modern research and development. Just as others built factories to make cars or steel, he built a factory to make inventions. By bringing together all of the people and resources required, from tool makers to physicists, Edison promised that he would turn out a minor invention every 10 days and a big thing every 6 months or so. And he succeeded. In 1887, Edison began to build the largest and most complete of his invention factories in West Orange, New Jersey, where he was to live and work for the next 44 years. Now a National Historic Site administered by the National Park Service, it was here that Edison and his teams of co-workers perfected the phonograph, invented a storage battery, the electric locomotive, and even a talking doll. It was here that Edison created the first motion picture camera and the first motion picture studio. At its peak, more than 10,000 workers labored here to invent and produce marketable new ideas, ideas that changed the world.
There's an excitement when you come to see where somebody has worked, somebody you've read about, somebody that you've heard these stories, and it's here, and it just, you get, goosebumps when you walk in, and this is it. Wow, that was the bed he slept on. And the appreciation begins to build. They want to go learn more.
Every year, many thousands of people, school children and others, step into this unique time machine to learn more about Edison, his inventions, and the science of invention.
This is where Edison spent 44 years of his life. This is where over half of his patents come from. You can see the process, you can see the research library where he worked, you can see and feel, the machine shop, you can hear it. You can go into the chemical lab and smell the different scents that were there, hear the music that was produced. What better way to tell a story than to be able to see, to hear, to smell? You live it, and it stays with you, and the importance of why Edison did it, I think, sticks with somebody a lot more.
But at this place where the future began, the future is now in doubt. In fact, the National Trust for Historic Places has put the Edison's lab in West Orange at the top of its endangered list. Time and the elements have been cruel to the building. The lab's electrical, plumbing, and heating systems are out of date, threatening the safety of the collection and limiting the number of people who can see it. Many of the millions of documents and artifacts at the site, left largely as it was when Edison died in 1931, are still uncatalogued, unprotected, slowly turning to dust. The birthplace of the 20th century may not survive the 21st. But now, some individuals and businesses are taking action.
Our electrical products have been used at this laboratory for almost 90 years. I'm told Edison himself may have specified them. So when we heard about this renovation project, we at Square D and Groupe Schneider wanted to help. Thomas Edison invented our industry. Our business is electricity. We distribute and control it. So we really understand the importance of what he did. As a leader in the electrical industry, we are committed to preserving this piece of history for the next century and beyond.
Electrical equipment manufacturer Square D is one of the key businesses of Groupe Schneider of France. Together, they have become the first corporate sponsors of the Edison National Historic Site, contributing both financial support and equipment to help rebuild the lab's electrical systems, to help protect and preserve the site's treasures, to make them more accessible, and to set an example for other companies to follow. They are making sure that the children of tomorrow and the rest of us can continue to hear and see more about the man who gave us new ways of hearing and seeing and living our lives. Because some lights should never go out.